Have you ever wondered how King Charles and his Cavaliers shaped the course of history? Welcome to a journey into the past, where we will delve into the intricate web of monarchy, power, and influence. King Charles, a name that echoes through the annals of time, a figure that has left an indelible mark on the pages of history. Now picture this. It's the 17th century. England is in the throes of political and religious turmoil. Amidst this chaos, a figure emerges. King Charles, a man of vision and determination. His Cavaliers, a band of loyal followers, stand by his side. They are not just soldiers, but a symbol of the power and prestige of the monarchy. This is not a simple tale of a king and his army. This is a story of ambition, of conflict, of power, and of the enduring allure of monarchy. So why does this matter? Why do we need to revisit the past? Well, history has a funny way of repeating itself, doesn't it? The story of King Charles and his Cavaliers is a mirror to the modern world. It raises questions that are as relevant today as they were 4 centuries ago. What is the role of monarchy in a society? How does it shape our lives, our beliefs, our values? How does it influence politics, culture, and the very fabric of our existence? Throughout history, monarchy has been a source of fascination and intrigue. It's a system that has shaped nations, sparked revolutions, and altered the course of history. The story of King Charles and his Cavaliers is a testament to the power and influence of monarchy. It's a tale that reveals the complexities of leadership, the dynamics of power, and the inevitable clash between tradition and change. In this journey, we will not only explore the life and times of King Charles and his Cavaliers, but also delve deeper into the mystery of monarchy. We will question, we will analyze, and we will strive to understand the past in order to better navigate the future. Stay tuned as we unravel the intriguing tale of King Charles and his Cavaliers. Our journey begins in the year 1625 with the coronation of King Charles I. An ambitious young man, Charles had been groomed for power from an early age. His father, James I, had instilled in him a profound belief in the divine right of kings, a belief that would guide his every decision. Charles ascended the throne with absolute certainty that his authority was God-given and unquestionable. As a king, Charles was no puppet. He was a keen strategist who knew that to consolidate his power, he needed to surround himself with those he could trust. And so the Cavaliers were born, handpicked by the king himself. A band of loyal nobles and knights, they were Charles's most trusted advisors and his fiercest defenders. Among them were men like William Laud, the Archbishop of Canterbury, who shared Charles's vision of a unified Church of England, and Thomas Wentworth, the Earl of Strafford, a brilliant military mind and a shrewd political operator. These men and others like them formed the backbone of Charles's court, helping him navigate the choppy waters of 17th century politics. But Charles's rise to power wasn't just about political maneuvering, it was also about establishing a strong and stable kingdom. He introduced reforms to streamline the administration and strengthen the economy. He modernized the navy, which not only boosted England's maritime power but also enhanced trade and commerce. Yet, Charles's reign wasn't without controversy. His firm belief in absolute monarchy ruffled many feathers. His religious reforms, while aimed at unifying the Church of England, sparked dissent and unrest. His heavy-handed tactics, including the dissolution of Parliament and the imposition of taxes, earned him many enemies. Despite these challenges, Charles remained undeterred. He was a king who believed in his divine right to rule, a king who was willing to go to great lengths to protect his realm and his legacy. But as with any story of power and influence, this one too has its share of conflict and controversy. Now, let's dive into the heart of the action, the role of the Cavaliers during King Charles's reign. The Cavaliers, or Royalists as they were also known, played a critical role during the reign of King Charles. These were the men who stood by the king through thick and thin, demonstrating unwavering loyalty and courage. But they were more than just loyal subjects. They were the king's right hand, his power personified. Their military exploits were legendary. Picture this: a band of fearless men charging into battle, their crimson sashes billowing in the wind, the royal standard held high, a symbol of their unyielding loyalty to the crown. They fought with a fervor that was nearly palpable, their dedication to King Charles fueling their relentless pursuit of victory. They were the king's sword and shield, protecting the monarchy from the encroaching forces of rebellion. But the influence of the Cavaliers extended beyond the battlefield. They were also key figures in the political landscape of the time. Their loyalty to the king earned them positions of power and influence. They were his advisors, his confidants, the ones he turned to when making critical decisions. Their influence can be seen in many of the policies and decisions made during King Charles's reign, shaping the course of the nation. Their relationship with King Charles, however, was not just about power and politics. There was a camaraderie, a brotherhood that bound them together. They shared the same ideals, the same vision for their nation. They believed in King Charles, in his vision, in his ability to lead. This deep-rooted belief, this unwavering faith, was what made them stand by their king, even when the odds were stacked against them. The Cavaliers were more than just soldiers. They were a symbol of King Charles's power and influence. They embodied the spirit of the monarchy, the unwavering resolve of a king and his men, united in their pursuit of a shared vision. Their legacy is a testament to their loyalty, their courage, and their unwavering dedication to their king and their nation. They were in every sense the heart of the action during King Charles's reign. The Cavaliers were more than just soldiers. They were a symbol of King Charles's power and influence. But not all stories have a happy ending. The reign of King Charles and his Cavaliers was no exception. The downfall of King Charles and his Cavaliers can be traced back to a web of factors. At the heart of it all was a potent mixture of political missteps, religious strife, and economic turmoil. King Charles, for all his charisma and charm, proved a divisive ruler. His autocratic style and refusal to compromise with Parliament drove a wedge between the monarchy and the people. The king's insistence on religious conformity further added fuel to the fire. His attempts to impose Anglican practices across all of Britain, including in Scotland, resulted in widespread discontent. The Scots rebelled, and the bishops' wars ensued. These wars drained the royal treasury, forcing Charles to make concessions to Parliament in exchange for financial support, a move that only further eroded his authority. Then came the English Civil War, a bloody conflict that pitted Charles and his Cavaliers against the parliamentarians. Despite initial victories, the Cavaliers eventually succumbed to the superior strategy and resources of their opponents. In a twist of fate, King Charles himself was captured, tried, and sentenced to death. His execution in January 1649 marked the end of a monarchy that had ruled England for centuries. The aftermath of the downfall was tumultuous. England became a republic under the rule of Oliver Cromwell, marking a seismic shift in the power dynamics of the nation. The monarchy was abolished, the House of Lords disbanded, and the Church of England was suppressed. The land of King Charles and his Cavaliers was unrecognizable, yet the fall of the Cavaliers did not spell the end of monarchy in England. After a decade of republic rule, the monarchy was restored, and Charles II, the son of Charles I, ascended the throne. But the scars of the past remained, and the monarchy never regained the absolute power it once held. The fall of King Charles and his Cavaliers marked a turning point in history, one that still echoes in the corridors of time. Yet despite their downfall, King Charles and his Cavaliers left a lasting legacy. The echoes of King Charles and his Cavaliers' influence can still be heard today, resonating through the corridors of history, shaping the narratives of subsequent monarchies. The tumultuous reign of King Charles, with its peaks and troughs, has left an indelible mark on the blueprint of modern governance. The Cavalier spirit, embodying a certain flamboyance and unyielding loyalty, managed to seep into the popular culture of the time and beyond. Their distinct fashion sense, with the plumed hats and the extravagant curls, heralded a sartorial revolution. The Cavalier style, once a symbol of royal allegiance, evolved into a timeless fashion trend, transcending the socio-political boundaries of the era. Their influence wasn't limited to the realm of fashion. The Cavaliers' aesthetic sensibilities also permeated into the arts. The vibrant and exuberant Cavalier poetry, with its emphasis on love, beauty, and carpe diem, served as a counterpoint to the somber Puritan ethos. The Cavaliers' love for the arts, their patronage of artists, and their contribution to literature continue to be appreciated by cultural aficionados across the globe. But perhaps the most significant legacy of King Charles and his Cavaliers is the lessons their story imparts. Their tale serves as a cautionary reminder of the perils of absolute power, the importance of constitutional checks and balances, and the necessity of respecting the voice of the people. It's a story that underscores the inevitability of change and the transient nature of power. In the grand tapestry of history, the threads of King Charles and his Cavaliers' legacy are woven with a mix of audacity, loyalty, extravagance, and fallibility. Their legacy is a testament to the fact that historical figures, despite their flaws and failures, can shape the course of future events in ways they could never have imagined. So the next time you hear the name King Charles and his Cavaliers, remember the fascinating tale behind it, a story of power, influence, and a legacy that lives on.